we're gonna use flash, and I'm gonna show you how I'm setting my background first and then filling in with flash. And in this particular setting here, the sun is getting a little bit low. I'm gonna shoot into those nice rocks behind her. Now, why I chose this area is you can kind of see there's a little bit of a highlight around her hair there. And so I gotta make sure in my camera settings that I'm still seeing that highlight. I'm getting the background, and then I'm gonna fill it in with flash. So I'm gonna take a shot just without, so you can see the before and after. And I've got a shot here without any flash, which actually looks pretty good because I got a catch light with the sky there. And so now I set my background first, which is I'm at ISO 100 at 800th of a second at 1.8, okay? Now you're gonna see in this photo that she looks a little bit dark. And how do you like to turn your head? Do you like to turn your head this way a bit? Okay, good. So what I'm gonna do is you always put the nose towards the light. So how do you like to pose? Like that? Okay, perfect. And so if she's gonna pose like that, I'm gonna put this light off to the side right here. And I like using the edge of the light because that's the softest. I'm gonna start this off at about 1/64th power. I'm using a flash that is probably the power of 2 or 3 regular flashes. So it's got a bit more juice than the regular flash. So I've got a low 1/64th power in manual. And I'm just taking a guess right now. I have really no idea. And I'm gonna take a shot before I lose that light. And look back at me with your eyes, but keep your nose that way. Good, I love it. 1, 2, 3. And that looks pretty darn good. I see, I'm looking at my background, so I can keep the flash the same because flash is not affected by your shutter speed in general. And so I'm gonna lower my flash to allow more background light in. 1, 2, ready? Awesome. Turn your nose this way a bit more and look back at me, or just look over there towards that light. Good, I like how you had your arms in front. Can you get both legs up a little bit higher? Because the way I'm framing this, I want to have one leg higher than the other though, if possible. I know I'm asking for a lot, but I like it turned this way. So you always, when you're posing, you don't want to have the knee straight into the camera. So you want it off to the side. Put your leg up there again. Let's see, does that work? Do the other leg again, I'm sorry. That looks best the way you had it. Yeah. Put it on top of there. Good, perfect. I'll just go with that. Good, and then look back this way towards the light. Good, there you go. 1, 2, 3. So now I've got a little bit of highlight, and I'm gonna drop that shutter down to allow more light in there. Turn your head towards that light. And what I'm gonna do, and look at me with your eyes. Good. What I'm gonna do, instead of fighting it and keep telling her, look towards the light, looks like, I'm just gonna let her go, have her head this way, and I'm gonna move the light. So you always have to be conscious of the nose towards the light and putting the light in the right direction. Jacob, could I just have you hold this for a second? And maybe just right off to the side right here, you can just rest it on there.
Sorry.
There you go. And I'm gonna have her pose this way. And this is great. I've got that little rim light around her hair. And did that flash go off? Okay, I'm gonna raise it up a little bit more. And 1, 2, 3, good. Got that light right in there. 1, 2, good. Again, I'm shooting in shade and filling her with a little dimension because I want to create some highlight and shadow. I set my camera settings so I can have a little bit of glow around her hair, and then I fill her in with flash to give me a little bit of highlight and shadow on her face. And basically that's how you use flash. You set your background or whatever key element you want in your exposure. In this case, it's not only the background, but I also want that highlight around her hair, which is important. So I make sure that's in my camera setting without the flash. She's a bit darker, and then I add flash into my photo to give her a highlight and shadow. And I try to get that light as close as possible to my subject, and I'm diffusing it so I can have that soft highlight and that shadow transition is really soft. And that's using flash outdoors on location.